My name is Stephanie O'Brien, and I'm very emotionally attached to my costumes, which sounds funny, but
Stephanie is a genius in so many senses of the word. Not just in her design, not just in the way that she makes colors work together on stage, but yeah, with the funding that we've got, which is not a lot, she makes amazing things happen.
She's amazing at making the costumes and getting them to fit everyone and to fit one costume to fit 3 people. It's quite a challenge sometimes.
I think if some of the big, larger ballet companies knew about Stephanie, they would come and steal her from us. She is amazing. I have never worked with anyone that has done a better job with costumes. Right from the concept of it to the execution of the costume. She is really a talented artist.
every year I get halfway through the production and I think, why am I doing this? And my kids, you know, say, why are you doing this, Mom? And then I get to the point where it's a dress rehearsal and I start fitting the costumes on the girls. It's knowing that these girls will never have an opportunity to dance with a professional ballet company. And yet they get to come to us, they get to be in a pre-professional production, they get to meet all of these dancers from across the valley, they get to be in a professional setting, they get to wear these costumes that they couldn't afford to buy, but they get the opportunity to have that's their costume for that production. I love it when I get to put on costumes and the little girl becomes a princess or whatever because I can see it in her face when she puts that costume on. It's the best part.
A lot of us, a lot of the staff, and we've got families, we've got other jobs, we've got other things that sometimes we'd rather be doing. But to see that work, to see the kids that you've worked with, to see the professionals that you've worked with go out there and do something so well, there's no feeling to beat that.
Right now, Mountain West Ballet is performing a great service in our community. It's expanded over the last number of years to include more and more groups, more and more younger children. I know people in my neighborhood whose children start early in looking for the performances for the Nutcracker and other performance opportunities throughout the year in the summer and winter season. So it's been a great asset in this community.
They are the only program I'm aware of in the state of Utah that has an outreach program that reaches literally thousands of children in the southern end of this valley who otherwise would never be exposed to any kind of artistic endeavor, any dance or any classical music. And our principal thought it was important enough that she used a lot of funds that we scrimped and saved to get buses so that we could go and see their wonderful production.
What an opportunity for these kids. A lot of these kids have never even seen a ballet. And so for us to do that, and that's all volunteer. There's no money involved there. They do that whole show and bring the kids in and let them watch it for free.
I have a granddaughter who is absolutely spectacular at age 15 and has been in the program 2 or 3 years, and I have never missed one of her performances because I'm just a proud grandfather seeing what the organization has done for Katie. The fact that it's a not-for-profit organization means a great deal to me. The opportunity to continue to do what they do is predicated on having the ability to have the funding to take them to the next level. And I hope that the purpose of this message is to convince you as a viewer of this tape that this is a worthwhile endeavor. And there's lots of them, but this is a worthwhile endeavor that can change the lives of kids and families.
I think we do a great job with what we have right now, but I can really see it improving. I would love to have a place for us to perform that is as professional as the production we're putting on.
Personally, I would like to see Nutcracker done in a different venue, a junior high school auditorium, sometimes isn't the best place to have a production of this kind.
The schools are just not the right setting. It needs to be a theater. It needs to be a community theater.
You know, my dream, of course, would be to have better storage for my costumes.
To be funded to the point where our staff can be full-time, where we can do this full-time, where we can have rehearsals that don't just have to be at nights and on the weekends, where we can grow, where we can do more productions, not just a Nutcracker and a spring production.
I hope Mountain West Ballet will continue to grow and that the level will raise and that we will become a very respected ballet company. And I really think that in Sandy, with a city this size, that there's no reason why the ballet company can't be one of the best in the West, in the nation.
This organization is so professionally run, and the caliber of the choreographers and the way they put on their performances is so much more New York and LA than it is Salt Lake City.
There is untapped potential here. We're right there on that line where we're too big to be a small company anymore. And we're ready to take that next step, and that's what keeps me coming back.